Project-based accelerated action learning is being introduced at Petra Christian University in Surabaya, Indonesia, by Dr. K.C. Chen since 2002. PBAAL is implanted in all the 4 international business modules to replace traditional textbook learning approach. 1. International Business Management. 2. International Marketing Management. 3. Strategic Management in the Global World. 4. Country Competitiveness and Multinational Enterprises. Project-based accelerated action learning replaced traditional case study with action learning projects in the real world to bridge the knowing and doing. Accelerated action learning required students to apply what they have learnt in the classroom into current real-world events on a real-time basis. The benefits of project-based accelerated action learning is faster, better, smarter solutions to beat the competition. This video is created by Cynthia, a final-year bachelor degree student in International Business Management at Petra Christian University in Surabaya, for her final assignment on self-discovery. This video helps her to gain employment advantage ahead of other students from another university, resulting in a scholarship because of her holistically, systematically, critically, and laterally approach in her presentation.
So here are the equations for action learning. For what, I will explain about the holistic thinking of myself, and then I need to have a critical thinking and system thinking in sense that why I need to know myself, who I want to be, how is my plan, and when will I achieve it. However, our plan might go right or wrong. Therefore, the question will be where will it go right or wrong, and after knowing all of this, we can analyze how much it can be improved. Now let's talk about the what. So to know about myself, I will use the 5 levels of leadership development, which will test my capability in 3 big categories: individual, team, and organizational. So for individual competence, we'll talk about my individual, which can be seen through learning styles, leadership, entrepreneurship, GET test, and Big 5 personality. And for the team capacity, it will represent my capability in working with others or in a team, which can be seen through the PBAAL's 9 team roles. And organizational capability will assess my leadership capability to lead on organizations. So the first level is individual capacity, and the first test will be learning style. So from this test, it can be seen that I'm a reflector, where I like to think before taking an action and cautious through people. I consider all possible angles and implications before come up with a decisions. Even though I'm a reflector, I need some basis before I make a decisions. That's why I score quite high in theories, who like to understand how new learning fits into certain theories, objective and perfectionist. Therefore, I'm not an activist or a pragmatist. Well, for this GET test, since I'm a reflector, I'm quite confident in taking risks after careful thought and calculations. Besides, I also have a high score in need for achievement, drive, and determinations. And these 3 characters indicates that I'm a result-oriented and a hard worker. However, I need to improve my creativity and independency since I'm used to work in a group. Well, for my personality test, it showed that I'm a hardworking, organized, perfectionist, and honest, which related with reflector character. Thus, as a reflector, I'm very organized. As an IBMers, I also value integrity since it is important to build trustworthy among partners, which being represented with my highest score in consensus. I'm also an outgoing person. I can be relaxed or nervous easily, depends on the situations. And even though I'm an extrovert, I less disagree with others, and I tend to avoid to try new things as it aligns with my GET test where I got low score for my creativity. In IBM, working in teams are our daily routines. With my numerous organizational experience, it's shown that I have no problem in working as a team. To test my team capability, I will use the PBAAL's 9 team roles. So according to PBAAL's, I'm a strong shaper, which means that I ensure my team keeps moving and do not lose focus or momentum, which align with my organized personality. And to support my role of being shaper, I tend to make my team focus by clarifying the goals. Besides, I also have a high score in completer finishers, in which I tend to be perfectionist by searching for errors. So previously, I have talked about my team roles. Now let's see my leadership skills through the leadership assessment test. So from this result, it can be seen that I'm able to set a directions, have a good teamwork skill through communicating, building relationship, and aligning people. However, I need to improve my negotiating and leading skill while be more inspiring and motivating to others. And based on these 3 tests, it shows that I'm in the second level, which is the contributing team member. Thus, I need to keep developing myself to enter the highest level. Understanding these 3 won't be enough. We need to see ourselves by choosing 4 suitable attributes for ourselves, which will be included in self-assessment. So I believe those attributes are free, honest, curious, and detail-oriented. So I don't like being controlled, and I'm a simple yet sincere person. That's why my passion is in fashion, because it gives freedom to each individual by allowing them to be who they want to be. Besides, through fashion, we can see the true personality of each individual. I also tend to have a high curiosity over something, and I tend to pay attention to details. Thus, I believe that I also have patience in consumer insight. Because of these 2 traits, I like to analyze the behavior of each individual. And it can be concluded that I have a passion as a consumer insight in fashion industry. So after knowing the holistic thinking about myself, now I need to have a critical thinking about why actually I need all of these tests. So the first one will be why do I need to know my personality is to know what is my specialization and to check whether my personality have aligned with my learning styles. Why do I need to know my learning style is to understand myself so I can enhance, improve, and able to know my role in a team. Why do I need to know my team roles is because to know what I can contribute to my team so I can give my best and know which leadership style is the most suitable for me. And why do I need to know my leadership styles is to know what I can do, what I need to improve in order to know whether I'm more suitable to lead or being led by others. And why do I need to know my entrepreneurship skill is to know what I should improve and what attributes needed to become a successful entrepreneur. By understanding these 5 tests, it makes me realize what management, leadership, and technopreneurship skills that I already have, and what I need to improve in order to achieve my goal. Now, the next question will be, who am I going to be? So because of my 4 attributes, I want to become a consumer insight researcher, especially in fashion industry. So basically, consumer insight researcher is a person who gets under the skin and inside consumer head to find the why of a purchase, to understand what happened and what project could be offered in the future. So here are the requirements needed to become a consumer insight researcher. So I already have the intelligence, personality trait, interests, and motives. However, I need to gain more experience, knowledge, and skills in order to become successful consumer insight researcher. And I believe those who will support me are IBM, my future companies, family and lecturers, especially Professor Dr. Casey Chan, that helped me to have a holistic mindset. So after knowing who am I going to be, now the question will be, how is my plan? And here I will use the IPO framework. So my goal is to be a consumer insight researcher. Therefore, my plan can be seen through the building blocks competence. And here are my plans. So for example, for my knowledge, I plan to graduate from IBM, then work as a consumer insight researcher and study more to get my master's degree. And to execute my plan, I need to realize that it takes time to have skills in certain area before having the ability to do so. And after executing it, I need to monitor and control it by using the KPI. Thus, it can be concluded that my future plan will be created by using the building block competence. However, to achieve it, I need to do it step by step. And even though I already achieved my goal, I still need to monitor and control my performance to optimize my strategy. And after knowing my plan, now the questions will be, when will I achieve it? So after graduating from IBM, I will work in Jakarta to improve my skill as a researcher in fashion area. And after having experience for 2 years, I will continue my study in United States to enhance my knowledge as a consumer insight researcher. And after having my master's degree, I will work in US for several years, and then I will move back to Jakarta to build my career. Developing myself won't be that easy. This process can go either right or wrong, and every stages have the possibilities to go either right or wrong. Thus, it is important to have a contingency plan in every process to ensure the action plan. And now for the last question, it will be, how will I improve myself to gain expert stamina, communicative, and adaptive power? So for expert power, it can be enhanced through building blocks of competence in which it will improve my independence and creativity. And for stamina power, it can be enhanced through lifelong action learning to excel, in which it will improve, integrate, and implement. And for the communicative power, it can be enhanced through connections and networking by expanding it. And for the adaptive power, it can be enhanced through management, leadership, entrepreneurship by improving leadership skills.
Cynthia presented her self-reflection and future plan after graduation using the 5W and 2H of action learning. She has combined action learning and holistic thinking into a paradigm shift to change the way she thinks, work, behave, and perform to accomplish her future plans for business value add to the company.